Good morning, Knicks Nation. God bless. Happy Saturday to you and your family. Hope everybody is doing well. I wanted to come on today and talk a little bit about Mike Brown here because I feel like not only just Mike Brown, but his coaching, his coaching assistant is still, they still haven't found an assistant coach yet, guys. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but it's kind of got me a little bit curious on why is it. I mean, listen, again, there's no rush to do so because again, they're probably taking their time. I know they had gotten declined a couple of times by a couple of different teams regarding their associate coach search, but I know they hired one guy that he used to coach with in Sacramento. I know they hired him. I don't know. I forgot his name. And I apologize for not, having this information on hand. But they hired somebody, not the associate coach, but he's going to be an assistant coach on the bench as well, along with with Rick Brunson and so. But he don't have an assistant and actually an associate coach yet, and that got me a little bit slightly concerned. I'm not going to lie to you. Because I still don't understand for the life of me. And granted, I understand that they were doing their research, before they hired Mike Brown, right? But I still don't quite understand why they were interviewing coaches that had jobs already. I mean, and that were under contract as well. So that still had me a little bit okay, you're pretty much asking for coaches. You're asking to talk to coaches that are under teams that are, that have jobs on their teams, but you're not asking to. I mean, listen, there was nobody out there, and I understand that had them, that they wanted to actually talk to as far as coaching is concerned. There was nobody valuable, nobody that they actually liked, and that they thought were really, really good candidates. Of course, Mike Brown was a candidate, obviously, and of course you had Taylor Jenkins, and you had also what's her name, Dawn Staley, I believe it was too, and the guy from Minnesota. But I don't know, man. I'm glad they got Mike Brown. Of course, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am glad that they got Mike Brown. But it took a while. Yes, they were doing their research and stuff, and I understand that. But it's still this associate coach stuff is very, very, mind-boggling to me, man, because why would they still, for me, I understand that they're trying to do their research and stuff, they're taking their time, I understand that, okay, but they got denied by to talk to another guy, oh my god, I forgot his name too, man. Sorry, guys. I'm doing this video out of nowhere. I don't know a lot of these names. I know their names, but if I see their face. But that other coach from Dallas too. I forgot his name, but he's the assistant coach for Jason Kidd for the Mavericks. And they tried to interview him, and they got denied because obviously he's still. I think he's still under contract, or he didn't want to interview with them or something like that, so he decided to stay in Dallas or whatever. But I don't know who's up there to really help out Mike Brown as the associate coach. I know they were looking at the guy from New Orleans, Johnny Barrera, Jamie Barrera, whatever his name is, and of course he wanted to stay in New Orleans as well. He didn't want to. He didn't even want to bother being interviewed. So, it's going to be very interesting, man, to see what happens going forward. It's definitely a little mind-boggling, a little frustration. I'm sure for them, for the Knicks and Mike Brown and everybody. Because they're trying to find a really decent, associate coach. I mean, and a lot of the guys that Mike Brown used to coach with in Sacramento, they have jobs already, so he can't really hire them. He can't really talk to them or interview them or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. You guys tell me what's gonna happen, cause what's your opinion on it? What do you guys think? Who do you think should be the associate coach? I mean, he has to hire somebody sooner or later. You still have a roster spot to fill still. Um, but either way, I'm excited about this opportunity, this season because we have a little bit of a deeper bench, and it's gonna help us out, in games and in the playoffs and stuff like that. And hopefully we can pick up another, we can pick up somebody for that vet minimum to fill in, you know. So we'll see what happens. I guess we'll see what happens. But anyway, let me how you call it? I'm sorry, guys. I'm driving over here, and I don't want to, crash out here. So don't mind me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, it's got me very, very frustrated as a Knicks fan because, again, I don't know what their plans are. And not that we have to know, but of course you're going to hear bits and pieces of it by, here and there by Ian Begley, our very own Ian Begley, who always breaks down, Knicks rumors well, and he's pretty good, and he's pretty trustworthy, So we'll see what happens, see if anything comes up this weekend or the beginning of next week. We'll see what happens, guys. Anyway, you guys have a great, great weekend, and we will talk soon. Maybe tomorrow or Monday. All right, you guys take care. God bless. Let's go to New York.